I was walking down the Brooklyn streets.
The Brooklyn streets. All right, Marissa Tomei.
Two guys who don't read enough or know enough to improvise. But,
The guy
but
only
it's in there.
and the guy only knows Marissa Tomei as an actress. And every time somebody does something, he goes, "I'm gonna go get some milk from the fridge." All right, Marissa Tomei.
All right, Marissa Tomei.
Hey, did you hear Bill got in a car accident? He crashed his truck into the Arby's.
I was just about to say, Billy's dead. All right, Marissa Tomei. So you gonna buy? Are you gonna buy anything?
We've got Reese's Thins, Kit Kat Minis, and gummy worms.
And
Reese's Pieces, Reese's Thins, Kit Kat Minis, or gummy worms. These are the 3 treats.
I don't know. Now my wife likes Reese's, but
Okay.
and my sons love Kit Kats.
Okay.
But my daughter loves. She loves some Harborough candy, and I'm a daddy's girl. I'm gonna go with this.
That is
I'm sorry,
correct.
that is incorrect. It is who is Harborough's candy. Unfortunately,
Bam, 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 bam.
bam, 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 bam.
Open the bag.
Every time somebody got an answer wrong on Jeopardy, they do that whole thing.
All right, I got a question for you.
Ooh,
Very loud. Adam,
yeah,
we've known you for quite some time.
I love you guys.
And a lot of great things are happening.
Oh man,
And you're one of the hardest working people I know.
love you, B.
And I mean, first off, I have a 3-part question. 1,
Doesn't have
how
only
did
has 2.
how did Dr. Phil even come to your head?
I don't know. Well, I can tell you for real.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask the other 2 questions? Or should
Okay,
I-
well, I was going to ask, how did Dr. Phil come to your head that you would play him?
Are
And
you
2,
hungry?
No, 2 was going to be, was there any fear of lawsuit? And then 3 was going to be, how fucking long do you have to be in makeup for that?
Great question. I was bored and losing some joy in the monotony of just stand-up pod, and wanted to create and whatever. And I decided to self-fund a pilot that I was like, what show would I make if I could make my show? And I was like, me playing multiple characters. So my friend who did the Mad TV reboot on CW, Jen Aspinall, who was on SNL for 10 years, and the original Mad, the whole thing, and Westworld, and Pam and Tommy, and Winning Time, and now she's on Fallout, and she's just a gangster in the makeup biz.
Yeah.
I hired her for 3 days. I played a young, nerdy man boy named Jeremy, did this gay hairstylist that was his dad, but left his mom to be a gay hairstylist, and then the grandma, a medium named Elaine. And each day took 4 hours for makeup, and then I got Tom Lennon and JonMichael and Ron Funches and David Koechner to do little parts, and it was a dysfunctional family single cam show. Shot over 3 days. It's on my YouTube called Jeremy Rising. And the fat bald guy,
Seen it.
one of my friends,
Love it.
One of my friends goes, "You look like Dr. Phil," and I started talking like him. And then I was like, I should go to the Laugh Factory night as this and be
nice.
dressed and do Dr. Phil doing stand up just to make do more content with the makeup. And it's on my YouTube. Dr. Phil does stand up. And you'll see because it's a fat suit. It looks enough like him.
Yeah.
But like real pale, much bigger. I'm in a fat suit. And I'm not for the show and the special November 19th, Adam Ray's Dr. Phil Unleashed. That's just the makeup. And but it looked enough like him. And I did the voice and people thought it was really funny. And then I was like, oh, should do that again. And then COVID hit and Jeremiah Watkins and I went to this little black box studio and started fucking around with these lost Dr. Phil episodes where he would play a different character every time. And we would riff for 2 hours, put like 30, 40 minutes on YouTube. But that's how I kind of honed
During the pandemic.
During the pandemic.
Just
that's
to find
kinda,
something to
just
be
to find
creative.
something to do and be creative.
That's
and then
great.
that kind of got me going, oh, I have a version of this guy at least. And then the actor strike hit and I was like, fuck, I am just so tired of waiting around to be in other people's shit. And then I was like, I was doing those Adam Ray and Friends shows and I was like, man, everyone's doing these. I want to do a live. I always loved Oh Hello. I always loved Will Ferrell's Bush live show. I want to do a character live show. And then I was like, and then Bill Burr was supposed to be on an Adam Ray and Friends show. He canceled. He's like, I'm doing the next date no matter what, I'm in. So the next date I go, well, I know I have Bill Burr. I go, if there's ever a time for me to take a chance and do this live show with Dr. Phil, which I was like, maybe I should try to do that. I talking to a buddy about it. I was like, it could be fun. I'd do a monologue, some crowd work, have a guest and whatever. Talked myself out of it many times for the fear of bombing in front of your friends. doing a main room show that's your show. Being on a main room show is way less pressure than having it be your night. And just I started to get nervous about even people judging him because I'm like, oh, it's not stand up, but it's a different thing. And then I just very quickly, all those thoughts were there, but very quickly I was like, who gives a fuck? It sounds really fun. And Bill Burr said he'll do it. And he was like, dude, it sounds fucking hilarious. Make fun of my anger issues. First one sold out pretty quick. It was fun. I kind of did a monologue, some crowd work. Then he did stand-up, which people don't do now. And then we did interviewed, and then Jeremiah came out. We had a fake fight. I did a closing thought. And then we just kind of kept doing it. And then I never worried about a lawsuit because I was like, oh, I'm not defaming him.
It's parody, right?
Yeah, it's parody, and I'm being silly. It's a heightened version of it. It's my version. It's a little abrasive like he is, which he's known for being, but like never saying anything like... that, you know, or blurring the lines with politics. When he would start to get kind of heavy politically or interview Trump and people were freaking out, I wouldn't like go, hey, you see my interview with Trump? It's just all silly shit my take. It's still me through the makeup, you know?
Yeah.
And my silly whatever. And so then Phil's son hit me up on Instagram and was like, yo, Phil's my dad. I'm Phil's son. I was like, no, I picked that up from the first thing he said. And then he goes...
Was his name Dr. Phil Jr.?
Yep. And he goes, they all hang out together. Dr. Pepper Jr., Dr. J Jr., Dr. Phil Jr., and Robert Downey Jr., and Carl Jr., and King Jr. I can't stop.
I was trying to think of one and I couldn't.
Wow,
you thought of so many right away.
Juniors. Junior Bevel from Cool Runnings.
And Ken Griffey Jr.
Junior the movie. Anyway.
I just watched a clip of Junior the movie where he goes, they're trying to say, this baby belongs in my lab. And he goes, my body, my choice. And then he throws the guy.
No way.
Yeah, and then you see him and DeVito like walking out while he's carrying his big belly.
And DeVito goes, great job, Arnold.
Yeah. You've seen it?
You know. Anyway, go ahead. Don't let me do impressions.
So Real Phil came on. Netflix got wind. We made it work.
Okay, so how crazy is that, though?
Makeup takes 2 hours for
November 19th.
But that's also so cool.
Adam, it's already out by the time this comes out. I keep saying.
Oh, it's out. Fuck, sorry.
Yeah,
it's out.
it's
Go
out.
watch the special. Adam Reyes, Dr. Phil Unleashed. It's on Netflix.
I don't think I like your fucking attitude right now, if I'm being perfectly honest, Eric. It feels like something that you've kind of been pulling off to me.
But to keep that going, like, okay, you get
Consistency's key. You know that in anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
I just thought, I'm
But
just
no
really
way.
proud of you.
I love you,
I
dude.
thought that was so cool. And then you jumping on podcasts like that. But of course, because we're in the business,
Yeah.
I always think, you know, it's like you see a rain scene in a movie now and you go, they must have fucking been freezing. Like, what was happening?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how long did they have to do that shit?
Oh, yeah.
It's
and then I'm
warm
seeing
rain.
you and I go, God, you have to fucking really commit to that makeup all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot.
Like-
Yeah, I mean, and now we're doing this theater tour, which
That's awesome.
AdamRayComedy.com, all the theaters. We did the Beacon in New York. We have
That's fantastic.
2,600 Celebrity Theater. Arizona sold out coming up, 3,000 in San Diego Civic Theater. You guys, I want to do it many coming up because we added a bunch more dates in like Kansas City and Cleveland and San Francisco and Vegas and Dallas and Austin. We added
That's
shows in
awesome.
Denver, all these 2,000 to 4,000 seat theaters, and they're selling and people, and the energy is so, I was super nervous about doing more seats in a bigger thing because I don't know, it's still very odd that people, it is and it isn't. I go, I have a really good time with it, and I think it's an accumulation of all the things I've been doing for 17 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, no, don't act so surprised that people are into it. It's really fun and silly, and I know I give a fuck enough to make it different and silly and
you
as
did
much,
the work. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 10,000 hours for people that don't know Adam, since I met him, was always doing sketches. There were always things sent every week. Like your consistency
annoying,
level.
yeah.
No, it's not annoying. It's what it takes. You got to be consistent and keep doing shit so that even when you're Dr. Phil and you're playing an impression of a person, but it is Adam Ray, what you were saying, you can respond with that 10,000 hours of shit.
right.
Because anybody could get up there and make up and play somebody else.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fucking work because there wasn't 17 years behind it. So it's impressive. It's fucking really impressive. It's really cool.
Well, I can't wait to fucking have you on, brother.
Oh, yeah.
There's one at the store
I'm
coming
actually
up.
nervous to
Hulk
be
Hogan.
on it. That's how good it's going.
No, because you're just jamming with me, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude. It is funny.
Wait a minute,
people,
Hulk Hogan.
brother, he'll be on it. No,
wow, that's amazing.
You know who's on the? Well, I can't say it here, but your boy Teddy Swims is going to come on one.
Oh, really?
That shit was what an episode. Shout out to Teddy Swims.
Shout out to George Creekins as well.
Yeah, my God.
Great app.
Our neighbor.
Pod's been crushing lately, man.
I'm that guy now. Never
How
really
close are you guys,
shouted
by the
him
way?
Could
Proximity in
pretty close.
Okay, so
He used to be our neighbor, the first apartment when me and Rick lived next to each other.
went around looking at places today with Amanda.
Nice.
Hug and kiss?
No, the Binds. Dude, you can't smoke weed and have a short-term memory.
2.
Memory 2. Memory 3.
Don't let him beat us.
Memory 4. The Reese's Thins. White walls. Rocco fridge. It's all
Who is?
coming
Who
back.
is? Oh, I don't know. enough
Junior
about-
cookies. Toss them over.
Well, could you guys eat them over the tray?
Nah.
Or over
Over
or eat
here.
them in one bite?
Well, the Reese's Thins, I think you could slam in one bite for sure.
No, these are these special cookies.
But look at on the bag, it says share. Like we're not gonna. They know we're just gonna slam.
I recently bought a big bag of the Kinder Bueno minis.
Can you say that still?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Kinder
Very
Bueno
interesting.
minis.
Who?
Who?
And I ate the whole bag. I think there were 300 pieces.
I recently
Awesome.
bought a bag of Kinder Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, Kinder Reese's Mises.
That's what you said.
That's what you said.
Kinder Bueno bars.
I love those.
Do you not know what those are?
Nope.
Kinder.
Kinder Bueno bars. You've probably seen them in white packs with red, and there's 2 sticks in it.
I don't see color.
Oh, I didn't know you're colorblind. It's
Super black.
It's chocolate hazelnut treat.
It's
And
unbelievable.
it's to me it's the best over the counter chocolate you could buy.
Can I be honest? Mm-hmm. Not a big hazelnut guy. Hazelnut coffee. Ugh. Hazelnut ice cream. What? Hazelnut toffee. Ugh.
Hazelnut Kinder Bueno bars would work for you. That's
Okay.
the gateway.
This, by the way, for the visual audience, was the views on the Netflix special going down. because of that hazelnut.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue.